Okay. And we are live. Tara,
I see you.
where did Tara go? Okay, she disappeared on me. All right, here we go. All right, I'm a join. Okay, hold on, Tara. Where'd you go? All right, join. Okay, now we on. Where did? Where's Tara? Hey, ladies, did you join?
Hey, where's Tara?
Hey. Yeah, I see. I see. Accept. Okay,
Hello.
I accepted hers. Hello. Okay, I
Hey,
accepted hers.
hey.
Where's yours? I don't see you, Tish.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, I
Uh,
got Tara. Now I gotta
successfully
get
sent.
Tish. Okay.
So send me.
Tara, where are you on the okay.
Now I don't see my request, Maria.
It says you have joined. It's joined. You have joined. Where I don't see where okay, I see you. Do you see on Instagram, Tish? I'm just missing Tish.
No,
Okay. All right.
no, I don't
Oh,
see on Instagram. I don't see a.
it's right here.
Am I supposed to be clicking on something?
I'm gonna just put you as the no. It's you should it should it's already said you joined. No, everybody turn your.
Hmm.
Let me turn this down.
And don't forget to turn your computer down. So, do I have to
Tish,
go to my own? Do I need to go
um,
to my live? But
let's
it's
see.
your live, right?
Tish, you need to request to join me
Okay, let's see.
because it says you already joined
Click
that,
to
and it says
add.
wave. You waved. Do you see it?
Hmm. Mm-mm.
We're gonna get this thing. But you on StreamYard, so we good. We got you on the podcast piece.
Okay, let me see.
Because the last time you requested and it just came up, and I didn't.
Right, and I'm not seeing that request.
Okay, all right.
Am I being tagged on Savvy Hair? Because it's not showing that I'm
Yes,
live on mine.
you are. Let me see. I'm gonna
Hmm.
put in here. All right. Okay, I sent it to you. You got it? You see something?
Okay, now I see my invite. I just saw an invite.
Are we getting feedback?
Let me see where did.
I've turned all my stuff down. You got yours turned down, Tish?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's like I saw an invite. Let me see if is it through my. Hold on. Where did it go? That's.
And last week you had that down pat, Tish.
Hmm.
You beat us on it.
Yeah, it's not showing up this week. Right. Hmm.
And it says
Where's the
join,
invite? Okay, let's see.
and it says you on. I don't understand why she's not coming up.
Hmm. That
Hmm.
is odd.
And you saw the invite. Did you? And you clicked on the invite.
I just saw it. No, I'm trying to pull it back up because once it came as fast as it left as fast as it went, and then I'm trying to pull it back up, and it's not showing me Instagram.
Right. I'm
Nope.
clicking it again.
Yeah, send me another. Send it to me again. Okay, here we go. Let's see. It's like it's glitching.
Well, let's. We're
Send
gonna
it
get
one
this.
more time.
Look in your camera. You're looking beautiful, and we're gonna move forward with this. Okay.
Thank you, love. Send me a one more time
Send it to you again.
and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it says unable to join. Why are you unable to join?
Hmm. See, something was going wrong.
It's okay.
And now it's saying I'm
Hey,
unable to
Betty.
join.
Who is it? Betty Turner. You see who that?
Hmm.
Okay. Hair by Desiree. All right, now. Come on, ladies. We're going to do this. Good
Desi has signed
afternoon.
in. Hey,
We
Desi.
still working out the kinks. We're not perfect, but we're trying to work it out. I am a really driver, and we have
I'm Litisha Allen-Joseph,
there you
master
go. Those are my
cosmetologist,
girls.
salon
We're the
owner.
trio. We're the experts dealing with the world of cosmetology. Um, I myself don't have a salon right now, and not going to have another one. But I created a product called Arizo Shea, and I sell my product all over the world. Um, and I have teamed up with these two wonderful ladies to bring that expertise because they do have a salon. They are doing the day to day, and they are going to be with me. And for an hour on every Monday at 9 o'clock, we're going to discuss issues.
It's
And
opposite.
if you guys got questions, we would love to take your questions. Just type in the comments. Um, After
Absolutely.
this, always go to arizoshea.com on you to my website, or you can go to on Arizo Shea on YouTube because it's live right now and you can watch it. So, ladies, good evening. Good evening. We was just together just
Good
yesterday.
evening.
Oh
Yes,
my
we
goodness.
were
I mean,
at
the
Savvy
chemistry is
Elite.
like so. I just want to
Like
thank you
flowing
guys
water.
again for being a part of this. So, a little bit about me. Started my first salon when I was 19 years old. Created a product called Ariz O'Shea in 2008 when I had my kids salon. I ended up getting in Whole Foods. In 2010, I had 7 stores. I'm sorry, I had 23 stores in 7 years, and I sell my products all over the world. You use from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. I create product for the growth of the hair and for the healthiness of your skin and your nails and your feet. Anything that begins with H and ends in R, that's me. That's hair. And I have invited these lovely ladies on, and they're going to talk about their expertise. So, Litisha, would you like to go first? And then Tara, you can go after Litisha and give them, because everybody didn't come to the
Absolutely.
first
Why
show.
not?
They didn't come the first night. So, we're going to give them just a little bit of us, and then we're going to go in and we're going to talk about that hairline.
Okay, sounds good. My name is Litisha Allen-Joseph. I am a licensed cosmetologist of 30 plus years. I try to stop around 30. I have a salon located in Tyrone, Georgia, where we've been practicing professional hair care since 2016 in the state of Georgia. Um, it's been a pleasure. I met Maria along the journey. It's about 7 years ago, and we've connected and been reconnected ever since. She started an amazing product line 14 years ago, the Ariel Shea. And my story is I'm her testimonial when it comes to her particular products. This one in particular, I noticed how my skin resonated with the product immediately. I had a shea butter on my shelf when she first came in my salon, and she convinced me to try hers. That's how that story went. And when I did, she won me over with her product. She told me that the existing product I had on the shelf was for play. That's what she said. And she was correct. The product that she was making and promoting, it did exactly what she said it was going to do. It enhanced my skin. It kept the moisture trapped in. It actually coated the skin. My skin is always dry. I find myself if I don't use a lot of product, sometimes even with the moisture, it does not adhere. However, the Aria O'Shea, that was not the issue at all. My skin loved it. It received it. It kept the moisture in. It kept the oils in. So 7 years later, here we are. Um, I think we got some success here
Yes,
with
we
the IG.
do.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we
Way to go.
do.
Thank you,
There you go,
hubby.
girl.
So, yeah, we kind of had to struggle a little bit, but I got a volume. Go turn it all the way down. Reduce the sound all the
There
way
you
down.
go.
So yeah, that's my plight. I have a very large clientele due to taking care of my clients' hair, and now introducing my clients to the full product line. Definitely with the Original Shea. You can use it from head to toe. I personally use it all over my body. I use it on my eyebrows. I use it on my skin. I have not used it on my hair as of yet. I have a very light texture, so I haven't started that yet. But I'm excited to try it on my hair. Maria keeps saying, "Try it on your hair, try it on your hair." So that is my journey. So that's my story, Tyra.
And you're gonna stick to it, right? And then, ladies, when we
That's
get finished,
right.
we're gonna talk about yesterday. We gotta talk about
Absolutely.
yesterday.
I can't hear Tara.
Yeah.
I can't
Tara, I
hear
can't hear,
Tara.
we can't hear you really good.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I can barely hear you on Instagram, but I can't hear it all
Very.
on the platform.
Hmm.
I got it. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. I can
Okay.
hear you on the yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Can I get an encore? All right, all
Yes.
right. So let me
Encore.
down.
All right, do your thing, girl.
Yes. Yes.
All right, all right. Okay, so as I was saying, my name is Tara Oliver. I am a licensed master cosmetologist for over 2 decades, and I have been a trichologist for almost a decade. And I'm the newest member to this group. So I just want to I am excited about this collaboration with Tish and Maria, and I'm excited about the information that we're coming to share with you guys every Monday night at 9 p.m. We're going to cover every topics. We're going to have a Q&A. We have over 75 years of experience collectively. I would even up that a little bit more, but we're just going to leave it at 75 for now. Here,
Yes, that's right. Because yeah, we
We're
was
gonna
talking
leave it
about those
there.
numbers the other day. You're right. Mhm.
that's right. But we are here to educate and inspire and to guide you on, the journey of hair that we all, deal with on a daily basis. That is probably our crown and glory. That's the first thing that we see. That's part of our image and esteem. Arias O'Shea's product is taking everybody by storm with the application of it and how we can use it, as she said, from head to toe. I've used it on my skin for eczema, so I can attest to that. I'm waiting on my testimony to be able to share in the future with you guys. But I am excited about tonight, and I know we're going to be talking about the hairline challenges. I'm calling it edge control. Edge
Edge
control.
control.
Edge.
I like that.
So we're going to
Control.
talk a little bit about edge control, but just want to just do a little. Let's just reminisce a little bit over our gathering yesterday. Oh my goodness!
Sure.
Well, we came to Litisha Salon,
Okay.
Savvy Elite's hair salon in Tyrone. That was great. Thank
Yes,
you
yes.
again, Tish. People came out.
Yes.
We had
You're
some
welcome.
attendance like
Absolutely.
Sweetie Blue. We had Daryl Peak serenade the ladies. They didn't know if they was going or coming. And then we came in and talk about the hair. And the questions were awesome. They were so, oh my goodness, it was awesome.
Yes.
So I just want to say thank
Yes.
you
We had a
again
great
to
time. Beautiful.
yes,
Flawless
yes,
She
event.
was such a gracious host. So thank you so much for having us.
yes, yes, Tish, you were. And you are. You
Oh,
are.
thank you.
You guys, do
Thank
you
you.
remember just maybe one or two of the questions
I
that was
appreciate that,
asked?
ladies.
Do you remember any? Both of you remember one question? I'm the instructor now. Okay, Rick, can you think of one of the good questions that was asked yesterday? And I'm gonna ask the same thing from you, Tyra, because we had two great questions that was asked yesterday. I'm gonna see if you guys remember.
Oh yeah, one of the young ladies had asked about out of all of your products, which product would you that you endorse the most, like that you love um,
Uh-huh.
to help stimulate growth? I thought that was a great question.
Yes, that was a really good question. And what answer that I give it, Tish?
And you
Um,
you said Oria's the Shea butter, the Oria's
that's
O'Shea.
it. There's no shade. That's it.
That's
From
that's
head
that's
to toe.
the baby,
That's the baby.
that's the baby that's now a teenager going
That's a
into
teenager.
adulthood.
Yes, 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 yes,
That
yes,
has
yes.
proven itself.
So that was awesome. And I got a chance to actually, I didn't even bring my products out, but tomorrow, when you go visit my website, all my new branding, it's going to be this week. All the new branding of the product will be showcased on Arias O'Shea. So we did like pre-branding at Tisha Salon, but you're going to see the whole website change with the new branding. It is really, really, really nice. So you guys go to riasochet.com, check it out tomorrow or this week, and you'll see the website is going to go totally different with the new branding. It's really, really nice.
Okay.
I'm
All
real proud of
right. That's exciting.
it. Yes, it is.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Okay, Tara, what you
That's
got?
beautiful.
Okay, what was the takeaway from yesterday?
Yes. Remember
We
a
had
question
such
that
a
was
great
asked?
audience, first of all.
Yes, it
Can you
was.
guys hear me okay? I was getting some
Hey,
feedback saying that I was echoing really bad. Can you guys hear me okay?
yes, I can.
Okay. I just want to make
It's
sure.
seeming better
But we had a
now.
great audience. Better now? Okay. All right, great. We had a great audience yesterday. They had brought some great
It's
questions and
kind of choppy.
choppy. What is going on? Let me try again. What about now? Oh, shit. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, try
Okay, great.
that.
We had a great audience yesterday, and one concern was
You did.
one of the young ladies was Tish client, and she was having challenges with her hair and the ends of her hair. And due to the fact that I'm assuming that she was predominantly gray, but she was color treated, and she was having challenges of her ends going
Mm-hmm.
frayed. And Tish, being the master cosmetologist that she is, had been contemplating trying to decide what was the cause. And that's good because a lot of times we don't get that in the salon. Stylists do not render that type of service and consultation throughout the duration of the relationship. So I love the fact that the remedy was come to the conclusion that maybe it was just that her hair is resistant due to the gray, and that she needed some more product applied towards the ends of her hair in her nighttime regimen. And then, of course, some small adjustments with her pin curling and her, in her setting of her hair, changing out her bobby pins and things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature, making sure that she had felt tips on every bobby pin and that she had high grade quality bobby pins. So she was doing all the right things, but she needed to make some
Right.
adjustments on some of her tools. And so I can't wait to hear, the results that she's going to
Yes.
get from that in conjunction with the product. So that was a takeaway.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you
Thank you.
even,
Good memory. Mm-hmm.
when you went in and you
Mhm.
started talking about the bobby pins,
Yeah.
Mm. It's the little things.
it's the little things. And you asked her what kind of bobby pins was she
Yes,
using.
because
Remember?
people struggle with pin curls. Yeah.
They do. And at
And we
night,
have had
I
that
wrap my
discussion.
whole
Um, yeah.
I wrap my whole head and I use the bobby pins. And you're right. And you suggested to her, Diane, is that what you suggested,
Yes.
Tara?
And yes.
I use the
Yes.
big one,
Yes.
and that's what I use every night. I wrap my hair, and then during the daytime, I just let it fall. And I knew
Yeah.
what she was talking about her ends, just like
Mm-hmm.
you say, her ends was dry, and she probably wasn't grabbing that end to smooth it out.
Correct. And then
Right.
friction as a
Right.
result of the bobby pins
Yeah.
not having the right coating on them. That's
Hmm.
important. So we got to
That is
recycle and
very
change out our, styling tools. So that's a good
Mm-hmm.
observation. That was a good
It's very
observation.
important.
important.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like again, thank you, Tish.
That was
I am.
excellent.
This is so exciting. I'm so glad you guys are here with me because now I don't have to think of everything. You guys are y'all living it day to day. I'm traveling. People need to know about the hair. They want to know about the hair. They want to be
Yeah.
educated. And I'm all natural. Tish, you deal with natural hair. Tyra, you do both. You go either way. It does. It's a, and that's why I love this panel because of the simple fact we come from different backgrounds, but the most important thing is we want healthy hair. We want to see our clients with healthy hair. So
Absolutely.
tonight we're gonna
Yes.
talk about some hairline because I I think it really it's important that people realize you start prevention. Tara, you talk and you're gonna speak about that. So therefore, when you get to your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you don't have to visit your hairline um, receding.
Correct. I think that's one thing that we touched on yesterday with one of the questions in the audience, piggybacking off of what product would we recommend to a younger clientele base or kids.
Hmm.
Prevention starts with the beginning, and I always reach out to my clients who are from the age of 11 to 17 because they're the most impressionable. And around this age, that's when they're trying to do their own hair. And so that is a prevention time frame. I think that is really good for us to establish a really, really good regimen, a solid regimen.
And as cosmetologists, we was taught as you start in the beginning around the hairline, applying the color. As I got older in my profession, I stopped doing that. I started applying the color in this area right here. I can show because this is real hair right here, so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. But I started. I don't, I start going back. Everybody talk about the baby hair. You see how when you get older, the baby hair either going to be long and thin, it won't be that thick. So I'm just letting y'all know. Because okay. But you need to start practicing even when, as a cosmetologist, you need to try to stay away from people's hairlines, your clients' hairlines. And like I said, we talked about it yesterday. Because as time go on, those hairlines will leave you. It'll go from here, and then they start creeping back. Especially if you got fine hair. It happened on thick hair too, but that fine hair will snap. And you have to have something that's going to actually bring that hairline back. It's going to stimulate. And once it stimulates, ladies, don't let the hairline come back and then you go and put a piece on. And you want to put the lace front and you want to glue it. That hair it's like infinite hair. You cannot put it on. Okay, it's growing now. It looks good. That looks good. It's coming in. You see it? You see it? It's coming in. And then you put the lace back on it, and when you pull it off, guess what? All the hair is gone. And then you complain that your hairline is gone.
But Maria, let's talk about that.
Okay,
yeah.
Please.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the anatomy of the hair and the structure of the hair follicle and the positioning of it on the head itself.
Please.
And I know that Litisha, you can, back this up as well, but I don't think we all realize the anatomy and the structure of the hair and how it's positioned within the dermis. So the dermis is the interior layer, and the epidermis is the top layer. So the follicle lives in that dermis layer, and it's not very deeply rooted around the hairline. So it's the most fragile area.
Right.
Now, Tish, Maria, where do most people say their hair is the most thickest at?
That back.
In the background, right? And that's because it's deeply rooted. So I always
sometimes I'll never forget. I don't want to cut you off, Tara, but I never forget. I had a client get lost hair in the front. This is before I had a Riz O'Shea. Like I said, I made my products after I left my salon that was in Virginia. And she used to say, if I could turn my whole head around, I got some good looking hair back here. I said, baby,
I've heard that.
Baby, you can't turn your head around. She said, if I could just turn my head around, yes. I would have a head. I said, you would mess that up too. Let's take care of what you can see, because if you turn your head, then what you got? You gonna mess that up too? What? If you don't change,
destroy that too. You was wrong for telling her that.
That's when you're gonna have a bald spots in the back. Yes, I never forget that. She said, I could just turn my head around.
Stop.
I said, girl, you would mess that up too. So go ahead, Tyra.
She was a few years behind in technology. Now they're doing that. They're drafting parts. You're drafting parts of the thicker portion of the hair and doing implants. Yes, they are.
I know they are.
The most blood flow.
I know they are. For those that can afford that, Tish, we gotta work with the powers with D, because everybody don't have that drafted from the back up in the front. So Tara, go ahead. Explain.
But
I had to get that in.
But I was just making a point and just wanted to, kind of shed some light on why the hairline is so much more sensitive, and it's due to blood flow. And that hair is not deeply rooted. And the more blood flow it has, the more nutrients and minerals that blood is going to contain and provide to the follicle. So the hair is going to grow much thicker. So most people are like, yeah, I got 3 different textures. Well, we all do. The textures will be different, slightly or more extreme from the front hairline to the nape. So the center is the deepest. I normally give an analogy like the ocean. The front is shallow, like the shoreline. The middle of the ocean is the deepest, and then sometimes when you go
Mm-hmm.
further out, it's
Mm-hmm.
shallow again.
Perfect.
That is pretty much the anatomy of our hair, our
Mm-hmm.
head in itself, in a nutshell.
That's it. Because your ends, even what this when we got
Mm-hmm.
real hair, your ends, your ends as they grow, it gets
Will
thinner, and then
taper.
it just tapers off. Yeah. But I cut it to make it so it be more blunt. But you're absolutely right, Tara. The longer it gets, it just you're right. It just shallows right on out.
Yeah, that was a perfect analogy. Perfect analogy.
Mhm.
And they don't have the sad part is with the hairline in our community, they've been told for so long that they have the worst hair. Um, Growing up, they still hear their grandmother or their mother saying, get over here. That I don't that nappy hair, that coarse hair, that dry hair. I can't do nothing with it. That's embedded in them.
Yes.
So the hairline, even though it may visually look coarse, it's really the finest texture on. And a lot of times, that's the first area where they want to work the hardest and apply the chemicals. The
Mhm.
first area is the hairline,
Hmm.
trying to tame it, um, with the impression that it's so resistant. When they get it bone straight, and we're talking about coming from the relaxer era into this natural era, the
Hmm.
abuse on the hairline was treacherous. They were
Yes.
constantly trying to lay that hairline down to the point where they was constantly reapplying the chemical far more too often than they were supposed to
Oh yes. Oh yes.
make the
Oh
hair
yeah.
look a certain way, to blend in with their hair extensions,
The
just
European.
trying to overdo
Hmm.
Not only
that
that, yeah,
hairline to
Tish,
make.
that's crazy.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
now we're coming into the natural era where you can kind of embrace your texture, feel good about your fuzzy hairline, whereas before
Hmm.
that was a no-no.
Uh-uh.
You didn't walk around with your edges looking fuzzy. That's just not what our
Uh-uh.
culture, we
Mm.
tried our best to suppress that texture. And now the clients don't have any hairline. Like the ladies are coming in and say, I abused it and can it grow back? Can you help me? I thought it was a joke when they said the beauty supplies are selling hairlines. They are tattooing them. They're selling them little synthetic versions of hair to place little strips of hair just to fill in those areas, because that area is gone. That hair is gone. So the abuse, women have admitted, yes, I abused by any means, whether it was braids, heavy tension, constant flat ironing, the weaves. Now it's the lace fronts, making a huge threat with the glue. And the women are trapped
Hmm.
in the world of trying to accommodate the edges or just suffocate them. And, so it's definitely a topic that definitely needs to be discussed, and how to prevent that from happening.
And even, I
You
mean,
know what?
you guys see me with my hair straight, but Tish would tell you, um, this is the longest my hair has been straight, I think, in years, many, many years. I usually do it straight for 6 months, and the other 6 months is natural. So the next time or it might not be the next time because I do keep my hair from 6 to 8 weeks without shampooing. But when I shampoo it this time, it's gonna be natural. So I wear my hair natural, and so therefore that gives my edges to make sure my edges can have breathing,
A
and I
chance to
won't have to
rest.
keep straightening them because I'm gonna put my color in. That's a given. Me and these people right here. This is cool right here. I love my mother. This is, remembrance of my mom. But my whole
Mm.
front is just like I shared with you. My whole front is white, so I do put the color in. But I make sure I space it out where it's 8 weeks before I put the color in. And that's another thing too. We abuse our edges because we're so busy trying to get them. We want to look good. The bottom line is we just want to look good. So we gotta color. And when you color, that's chemical. That's tension. That's putting, and then some people become allergic. Let's talk about that. You can get allergic. I had a client that was allergic to the color. The color had just gotten so much
Yeah.
into the bloodstream that they couldn't even use color. So that's why I said you gotta find other ways of doing things with your hair because your body will start talking to you. It's not about falling out. We're gonna get past the falling out. It might say, I don't want any more color. And that means your scalp is irritated because mine, I mean, that's why I said I got to do it 8 weeks. I can't do it no other than it because it will get irritated right around my hairline. And then my skin will absorb the color. And then what we're doing, we're rubbing it. And guess what you're doing? You're rubbing the hair out. So listen to your scalp, listen to your skin because it's telling you, I had enough. Don't keep doing it because I'm going to leave you.
Yes.
I'm going to eventually leave you. And that's what happens. So when people
Because they're gonna go bye bye. Yeah.
it will go
Yeah.
bye-bye. I've seen it. So I have a product called a Razor Shade. It's called Oh My Scalp. I tell clients that if you can feel just a little fuzz, sometimes, not all the time, but if you feel a little fuzz, that means that you haven't killed it completely. And if you can get that stimulated, it's not going to come back in, ladies, like it used to be. All right, we won't. Let's clear that up. You're not going to wake up and you put some oil on your scalp, and the next 6 weeks it's going to be like an afro around the edges. It's not going to be that. I'm just letting you know that's not realistic. And it took me how many years? This for 12, 14 years to do this. Okay, same thing with your edges. So whatever you use, whether you use a razor shea or you use something else, it's going to take time for that hair to come back. If it's going to come back, if and Tara, you can speak on that because the simple fact this is what you look under a microscope to see if the follicle is dead or not. Can it come back?
Well, as we said on the Portia Fox 5 show, not all hair loss is permanent. So a lot of us do experience traction alopecia
Mm-hmm.
from misuse of wearing weaves, braids, edge control, gel, jam, you name it, headbands,
Mm-hmm.
hat,
Mm-hmm.
bonnet.
All of that. That's right.
The list goes on and on. Even myself, as a trichologist,
Right.
recently
Right.
have issues of breakage because I spend a lot of time taking care of other people and I miss me. But I just wanted to mention that no, it's not all permanent. But traction alopecia is a issue that we all see. So when you're seeing someone who have braids and it looks like they're just pulling some of the micro, they're putting so much tension on such a small amount of hair. Imagine the weight of that synthetic fiber attached to your real hair. Your hair is a raw
Mm-hmm.
material, and then we're putting synthetic hair onto it. That's a lot of weight. And when that hair comes out, a lot of times people lose their braids. And a lot of people think that when the braid comes out, they see
Yeah.
the white bulbs on the end, they think that that's the follicle. But the follicle cannot be
Yes.
touched. The follicle is inside, underneath, in the dermis area. You cannot damage the follicle without you cannot pull or release the follicle, but you can damage it with pulling too much tension on the hair. So when you see that bulb on there, I just wanted to educate the audience. That is just a buildup of oil and fat. So it's just tissue. It's just it's not your follicle. You cannot pull your follicle out. That white bulb is not your follicle.
That's
It is
good
simply
to
a buildup of
get information.
sebum and yes, in fact. So I just wanted everyone to know that your follicle is still intact unless there's a direct trauma to the head, but you can build that back up. But if it's repeatedly over and over again, you're going to create some inflammation under there, and it's going to cover, and there's going to be some scarring there, and you will not be able to grow the hair back out. The hair is probably still trying to be released, but it won't come through the
Yes.
epidermis. So it won't come through the
Through
skin.
the
So I just
right.
want, to understand that. It will not grow out. It will be underneath the skin and you will not get any growth. So that's very important that we do not make a habit of that, because once we lose the edges once, they may come back. We do it again, it's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. And you're going to develop more and more scarring each time.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
So that's
That's some
important.
good
Yes.
nugget right there.
Yes.
But yes, that was really good. So say that again one more time.
Excellent.
Yes, it was great. Why it's important that because when people see the bulb, the first thing they say is, "Oh, my hair is falling out." But you need to explain to them when you see that white piece, what is that again, Tara?
It's just fat, it's oil, it's sebum buildup on the bulb of the hair. The follicle is still intact, so that's why hairline is always permanent. However, you have to give it what it needs. You have
Yes.
to support your hair without putting on that type of tension. So it will grow back, but there's times where there's so much tension put in one area. It only takes one time for the right tension with the right force to be put on that, and scarring will develop underneath, and you cannot grow that non-surgically. You have to go into hair grafting, as Tish talked about. So it's
Mm.
very, very important that we find that. And it doesn't take, the hairline is so fragile, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
take much. That's why I make a bonnet. Sometimes we have clients who have bonnets that have elastic around the hair, is going around the entire nape. And I'm sure you guys see this, or you've seen this, Maria, and Tisha, you've probably seen this in the salon, where you will see the line of demarcation around the entire
That's
outer
right.
perimeter,
Mhm,
because that is
mhm.
cutting off the blood flow. It's slowing down the growth. So we want to be
That is
mindful of
amazing that
what
you said that,
it is very important.
because
So I watch.
when I wrap my hair at night and I put it on, I start off with it here, but by the end of the night, I
So the
push it
bonnet
up.
is so tight.
It's sitting.
Is
I
that
have it sitting around like this. It's on. I might lose it, but I try to keep it off of my skin. I just put it around here. I just want it here. I don't want it on my floor. You're right. And it's so funny that I thought of that when you said it, because I was like, well, I was doing that right. I'm doing it right. Because I was like, I got to protect my hairline. I got to
You
protect my
do,
hairline. You're absolutely
yeah.
correct.
So it's very minor. It's little adjustments that we have to make all the time. 'Cause
I tell my
just a
clients to
little,
try to buy a bonds. They can rub off the hairline due to friction. You know, friction can cause that hairline to rub off
Mhm.
because their bonnet, there's so many different types. You got the band, the elastic band, then you have the
Mhm.
drawstring, and then you have the regular thin elastic. And so I let them try to encourage them not to get the big wide band unless it's almost an oversized bonnet. Because the wider that band, it's like wool. It's gonna rub off. You know how your mama say put a scarf on the back of that wool coat because it'll rub off your hairline? Same thing with that thick elastic on the bonnet. So you have to be mindful of the different type of bonnets that you're purchasing. Mine, I have a double layer bonnet. It has a very thin elastic
Mhm.
and it's loose. It's not so tight on my head
Mhm.
that if it does slide, it's rubbing off my hairline. I don't have any issues with my hairline
That's
as
the best
well
one.
because I'm aware of what can cause the rubbing off. Even, I mean, you could never get braids, but if your bonnet is the wrong bonnet with that thick band and that friction is rubbing
Yes.
while you're sleeping, tossing and turning, you're
Mhm.
going to lose your hairline.
That's
So
it.
we've ran into that. I have to discuss that with my clients. Let me see your bonnet. Bring the bonnet in because some people are using stuff. They say it's a
Yes.
bonnet. I had a lady who, I mean, literally, it looked like a stocking, like a mesh. I said that's sucking up all your oils and pulling your hair out. I said, do you see the hairs in this? It's literally pulling your hair out. That was her
Mhm.
bonnet. So we have to constantly tell the clients, no, let me see it because this shouldn't be happening. We've been doing this and going down this
Mhm.
road, but a lot of times it's due to what they're using. They think they're on the right path, and they're not. They think, and a lot of times they don't want to spend them $3 on a bonnet because they're like, oh, that's not priority right now. I get it, but you're more in the long run because you're going to try to keep asking me to repair your edges. So I
You
need you to
got
make
that
sure
right.
you have the proper things to sleep in, because just cotton alone with that pillowcase and you tossing and turning, that's drying you out.
Mhm.
And then you're constantly having to pay me for deep conditioners and steam and hydration
Exactly. That's right.
because you're not listening. You're not putting on your hair what you can use to preserve the moisture, preserve the integrity of the edges. Hair is a lot smarter than you want to give it credit for. We tell it, we always say hair has a mind of its own. It really does. It knows when it's being neglected. And if you're not doing the proper things for it, it's going to show. It's going to break. It's going to be brittle. It's going to snap off. So, informing the clients of, like you said, the proper bonnets, the type of bonnets, I tell them, let me see it because this shouldn't be happening. And a lot of times they have purchased the wrong thing. So
And
to you, Tara, absolutely. And that whole scarring alopecia, I haven't seen so much scarring alopecia in all my days. It's like more and more people, and you got retraction alopecia. I didn't know it was so many alopecias. Let's just start with
oh
that.
yes, it's several. Yes.
Retraction, scarring. There's some I can't even. The name is so
Is it
long I can't even
America?
name them.
Is it right
It's a
here? What
lot
do
of
they
different
call it?
alopecias
America
out there, and
alopecia.
So what's
From
related to
from the top of the
our
crown.
topic tonight is definitely traction alopecia,
Uh-huh.
and scarring. We can discuss that. That would be a great conversation too. But that
hmm
traction alopecia will lead to permanent hair loss, and
yes,
that's
Yeah,
the
right
message
in the
that we
top.
want to
That right
convey.
up in the top with the ponytails.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
So we
Oh,
definitely have to be mindful.
Trauma,
mm-hmm.
trauma to the scalp.
Trauma. That's right.
Absolutely.
One thing I wanted to bring up was edge control. And when I say edge control, I'm talking about the edge controls that we are using to lay down the baby hairs. I want to make sure that we give information for like everyone, all demographics, because we may not wear edge control, right, as seasoned women, but there are a lot of women out here who use the product edge control, and it is killing the edges. It is
Wow.
highly it highly contains, it has a high
Hmm.
volume of alcohol in it.
And alcohol is drying. It's just drying the hair
And
right
that,
out.
so it will break that hair off. And we're
Okay.
seeing more and more of that. So we have to be very careful of how we use it. And I thought about it and I was like, where did the baby hair come from? So I did a little research. And Josephine Baker was the first person to have baby hair. I don't know what she used for edge control back in the day, probably Vaseline, but Josephine Baker, because she wanted to had
Wow.
edges. She's the inventor. They're giving her credit for having baby hair, for having edges. So think about what we're
Wow.
doing today. We're using all this
Hmm.
product on our edges. And now we're talking
Wow.
about our daughters, our the little
Mm.
girls, our high schoolers, our middle schoolers. They are killing them edges. They
Yeah.
are tearing them edges up with the edge control. So we want to be
Ladies.
mindful of how.
No, no. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we want to be mindful of how that's used. And so I always tell my clients to use it in moderation. Save it for events, but for daily use, you're gonna lose your hair. You're gonna use it. And now we're seeing that they're not really doing edges. They're bringing back hair, right, from in the
Hold on.
interior
Let me show you where
and
they
make.
bring it from. Let me show you where they bring it from. Ah, ah.
Show me, show
They
me,
they
show me.
going they're going up. They're going all the way up here and bringing the
Yes.
hair,
Yes.
and then they're calling it baby hair and they're swooping
Yep.
it. Like, ah, I was
Right.
like, wait
Right.
a minute. You don't have no edges. How are you
That
gonna?
is
Where you gonna
not
get that
baby
from?
hair.
They're going all the way up to the top. They're going all the way to the top and bring it and talking about, oh, that's baby. That's the baby hair right there. Wait a minute. Hold
Yes.
on. Hold on.
Yes.
Y'all, you got the picture right? Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Yes.
What?
I ain't mad at y'all. I'm telling you,
Yes.
the reason you're doing it is because we see you. We see you. We know what you're doing because No baby hair
Right.
is that thick. It's not that thick. Look at somebody say, LOL, you are absolutely yes. You know what's funny? Because I'm
Well,
telling
I
the
didn't know
truth.
baby hair.
I'm
That's called
telling the
teenage
truth.
hair.
Ladies, we have a question. It's from Linda. She says, if you use it as satin pillowcase, is it necessary to
Okay.
use a scarf or a bonnet?
I
You
got
got it?
that one.
All right, what you got?
So yeah, I got that one. Yeah, we we have some wild sleepers, and then you have certain styles. Sometimes I'll tell a client that depending on what type of style they're getting. Now, because I do flat twists and things of that nature, I may do some flat twists at the up and a rod set or something curly at the top. I'll tell them to do the wrap, a scarf, a silk scarf around the base, and then let that be free and put your bonnet on top. So that's a scenario where you can use both. You do not need to if you're going to put a bonnet on. It's more so geared towards the type of style. Some people are very wild, creative sleepers at night. That can be your protection for your hairline if you know that bonnet is going to be on the other side of the bed by the next morning. So it's not a one fold question or statement or answer. It depends on protection. Sometimes I will, if I got to, I'm a naturally curly girl. I wear my hair curly 95% of the time. So if I'm doing a silk out and I know my edges are going to revert quickly, sometimes I will do a silk wrap around the top on the base all around the border, and then I put my hair up in the bonnet. So the edges will I don't have to work so hard the next morning trying to retain the edges. So it all depends on what your hair and your body is going to do throughout the night. So you can change that regimen. It's not always going to be bonnet, scarf, bonnet, scarf. It could be scarf or bonnet. But
Yes.
I personally, I sleep in a bonnet every night.
Mhm.
Every night. The
Right.
scarf is optional, but my
Mhm.
bonnet is my staple for
And
sure.
when I wear my hair like this, the kids used to laugh at me. I do the whole Aunt your mama thing. You know, after I put my pins in, after I wrap it, and I would tie it in the front. That
Yep.
way,
Yep.
back to not putting all that tension from that plastic. So I do
Hmm.
either or. Lately, I just been doing the bonnet because I still wrap it and I just put the bonnet on top of it to keep it smooth.
Hmm.
But I like the silk scarf too, and that way that controls the
Hmm.
tension. But my bonnet isn't tight
Mhm.
either because, like I said, it's off half of the night. I'm putting it back
Yeah.
on because I don't want it tight. I make sure it's not tight, so it
Okay.
can go either
I
way,
hope that
Linda.
answered Miss Linda's question.
Hopefully, it did.
That was a good question.
Yes, it was.
And Maria, I want to, ladies, keep an eye on the time. I want to keep an eye on
Yeah,
the
we got
time.
5 more minutes.
Nine
We want to.
fifty-five.
We
How we're
gonna.
looking?
I just want to thank you guys so much for joining us. We had quite a few people to join us tonight. Impressive! Wow, look at that. I love it. I want to
All
thank you
right. I see
guys.
my
Every Monday we're gonna
um
have a topic, and if you have a topic or
my
something you want
sis
to talk about, all you have to do
Kim
is
Artistries in the house.
you
Shout out to
just
my big
go
sis,
to
Miss Kim.
you can go to the YouTube and leave a comment or reelsashade@gmail.com. You can get in touch with Tish and Tara. They're going to give you their information. Or you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and give out your information if you got a question or concern, because we want to bring up the different topics. And from time to time, we'll have some guests, and we
Absolutely.
have testimonials. We had testimonials at Tisha's place last night. So I just want to say thank you guys. This is awesome. I
Absolutely.
love the feedback.
Yeah.
And she okay, all right. So if anybody have any more questions, uh next week, ladies, we will be discussing the skin. The skin. I want to go in and start talking about it's wintertime. We're getting ready for the holidays. Everybody want to wear all this makeup, but we got to take care of the
Mm.
foundation first before
Oh
you start
yeah.
on foundation. So next week we want to
Mm.
dive into that, and then we're going to have
Yes.
Tish come in on one week and come up with a topic, and Tara come in one, and we're going to rotate this. And like I said, we'll bring a special guest. Or
That'd be
anybody want to
great.
come in to talk about their problems that they're having, because that's why we're doing this platform.
I look forward to the questions and answers
Absolutely.
from our audience
Absolutely. We need to
because
talk
we
about
are
it, bring it to the
definitely here to
surface.
Yes.
serve you guys.
Yes, I love this. This is great. And again, thank you, Linda, for the question. She went in and she went on my YouTube page and she put in the question. So we're on YouTube. You can go in and you can leave a comment or a question.
Okay. Perfect.
Mm.
That's what we want.
Well, ladies, we got 2 minutes. Do we have anything that you want to put out there and let the world know that we are the experts
Okay.
because we have our 75 years? We've seen a
Yes,
thing or two. We could
yes,
talk
yes.
about
75 plus.
75.
We leave it on the table at 75. That's a lot of information
That's
and a
right.
lot of wisdom.
Yeah,
We just want everybody to have healthy hair. It
Indeed.
doesn't matter the style. I want you to look good, feel good, and the hair is your glory. It should be your glory, and you should just take care of it and respect it. And as an older, over 50, me and Tish, over 50, especially I'm over 50 than they are. I didn't grow this hair just because it
Not yet, Maria. Don't give it to me yet.
happened. Tish, but I'm there. I am my
50 in
age. I
February.
am. But I am doing this and this is the
come
product.
on, holding.
So I'm just
Like to
saying,
say,
I'm the older person on here and I'm letting you
it's coming
know
around the
this is
corner.
possible. You can grow hair. I'm just here to tell you, you can grow hair. And that's why it's important that we have these topics and subjects to share with
Yes.
everybody because people really want to know on just heart to heart conversation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to end. Definitely, I enjoy this platform. And you guys, if you're interested in getting a complimentary consultation, you can find me at T Oliver Hair Studio on Facebook, T Oliver Hair Studio on Instagram, and TOliverHairCare.com.
Yeah. Tish?
And you know how to find me as well. If you don't, I guess I have to share.
Yes.
You can also find me on the Facebook at Savvy Elite Salon. Also find me on IG at Savvy Hair Tyrone or Savvy Elite Salon. I have the two. I'm more so on the Savvy Hair Tyrone, so you can reach out at any time. And sure, absolutely. If you have a question or concern, you can reach out on any of those platforms, and we'll be glad to answer your questions.
All right, ladies. Well, we got two in. Woo, baby. We're gonna each time it's getting better like wine.
Ooh,
Woo, good
That's
wine.
right.
So with
yeah.
that being said, you guys join us back here next Monday at 9 o'clock, and we'll have another topic. Look out for our advertisements. Like I said, follow us, subscribe to us, YouTube,
Thank
Instagram,
you.
all the platform, all of them. As they say,
Yes.
all of them. But you
All of
guys have a
them.
wonderful evening, and we'll talk
And you
soon.
can yes,
Bye.
recap, rewatch.
That's right.
Yes.
Go to YouTube and
Oh, yeah.
rewatch the whole thing in case you miss anything.
All
And
right. Good night.
all right, good night, everyone.
Good
Good night.
Good
night.
night, ladies.